Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story this afternoon, the Sarasota County Democratic Party dropping its support of State House candidate Edward James III. The move comes following a police report that details accusations of sexual assault. ABC 7's Rebecca Vargas joins us now with more on the story. Rebecca?
Well, Scott, the 26-year-old rising politician was not arrested or charged even and denies the accusations, but the party says the accusations are severe enough to withdraw their support. A 6-page Sarasota police report details the alleged sexual assault of a young woman at the Ritz-Carlton in Sarasota back in June. The victim called 911 to report that Edward James III raped her, but James told police the act was consensual. After officers arrived and testimonies were given, the victim later decided not to pursue the case, and prosecutors concluded there was insufficient evidence to continue with an arrest or charge. This morning, we spoke with the chair of the Sarasota County Democratic Party.
We discussed this at length, and we, the Democratic Party, we want our Democratic leaders and our candidates to be held to the highest standards. So we have made the decision that the Democratic Party is going to withdraw their support of Ed James and ask him to step down.
Now, we received this written statement from Edward James III. It reads in part, "I take these accusations very seriously, and I am shocked and disappointed that there are people who are attempting to defame my name and character. I am and have always been a believer in consent. As it pertains to the circumstances in question, I never acted without consent. I also cooperated with all requests asked of me by law enforcement. There were statements given by all parties, and I waived the right to legal counsel." And according to his statement, Edward James III says he plans to continue to run a, quote, clean campaign for District 72 and focus on the issues facing his community. For his full statement, just visit mysuncoast.com. Scott, back to you.
All right, Rebecca, thank you so much. Closing arguments are expected today in the trial of a Bradenton man charged in the death of a 4-year-old. Trevor Carterell is charged with aggravated manslaughter of a child, possession of a firearm, and violation of probation. In April of 2015, 4-year-old Alexander Marr was found dead in his home. An autopsy showed the young boy suffered traumatic injuries to his head and torso. If convicted, Carterell could face up to 30 years in prison. Alexander's mother, Diana Marr, who was dating the accused, also faces charges for aggravated manslaughter. Her trial is set for December. The public had a chance last night to meet and rate the finalists for Sarasota County School Superintendent. A meet and greet event at Riverview High School gave residents a chance to get to know the 3 candidates. They include the superintendent of Monroe County Schools in the Florida Keys, Mark Porter, the deputy superintendent of St. Johns County in Northeast Florida, Brennan Asplin III, and the only local candidate, Todd Bowden, the executive director of Sarasota County's Adult and Career Education Program. Most people we talked to welcomed the chance to offer some feedback.
Very much so. I think people are educated and they want to make sure that they have some input. We value our education, our school system. It happens to be one of the best. We want to make sure it stays the best.
The school board will make a decision this coming Tuesday. The Manatee County branch of the NAACP will be hosting its annual Freedom Fund and Awards dinner tonight. Tracy Martin, the father of Trayvon Martin, will be the guest speaker for the fundraiser. Martin is expected to talk about the developments in the Black Lives Matter movement. There will also be live music and a silent auction. The event's focus is to share what's being done to ensure equality for all citizens. The dinner starts at 6 p.m. tonight at IMG Academy's Banquet Center. Students in Sarasota County are looking to help solve community issues through technology. Starting today, the Education Foundation of Sarasota County is hosting its first hackathon. The 3-day event is partnering students with mentors from technology, design, and business backgrounds. The interactive program is designed to allow these students to learn more about computer science than what is just taught in schools. It will also introduce students to career paths and areas of post-secondary education they otherwise might not have considered. A personal finance website names the Suncoast a good place for Hispanic business. Goodcall.com naming the Northport, Sarasota, Bradenton area as one of the best places for Hispanic entrepreneurs. Suncoast is ranked number 60 on a list of 100. Other Florida cities on the list: Orlando, Naples, and Tampa. For a full list of the cities, you can go to our website, mysuncoast.com, click on links we mentioned. By the way, October is Hispanic Heritage Month. And a delightful October day that we have ahead of us here on the Suncoast. John is here now to talk about Friday and the weekend ahead.
Looks good. Looks great. Yeah, it really does. You know, we've been enjoying these kind of cool, crisp mornings, you know, relatively speaking, with dew points that are hovering in the upper 60s. I think that trend will continue on for today. I think maybe over the weekend we might see a little bit of a bump in the humidity, especially on Sunday. But for today, a mix of sun and clouds on our Van Wezel Tower cam, showing that, well, things are looking pretty good so far. Temperatures are forecast to climb up into the upper 80s with that sunshine around. A little bit of rain showers trying to work their way over from the other coast, but going to have a hard time doing it today. I put the rain chance only at about 10%. Daytime highs about where they were yesterday. We hit 90 yesterday, and I think today will be pretty close to that as well. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in just a few. Back to you, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. ABC 7 business commentator Jeff Stern joins us now. Jeff, thanks for being here with an update. Another week with some big swings on the markets. How will we end the week, though?
Scott, that is right. Yesterday was pretty big, down over 200 points, although it only closed down 0.25%. If we can hold the way we are, we'll be about flat for the Dow for the week. S&P as well as the NASDAQ trading just shy in the negative. Right now, oil is actually above $50 a barrel, so that's positive. China's economy is growing. Right now, Janet Yellen is talking about interest rates, so we'll have to see what she says, and we'll get a better understanding after that speak. This morning, I woke up, futures were up. Let's see how we're currently trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is 18,209, up 110 points, over 0.5%. NASDAQ, 5,237. Up 25 points, just shy of 0.5%, while the S&P is trading at 2,141, up 8.67, 0.41% in the positive.
Well, some of the big banks, Jeff, are reporting third quarter results today. How are they looking so far?
Scott, the bottom line is they are looking good. J.P. Morgan, as well as Wells Fargo and Citigroup, all reported earnings. J.P. Morgan's the largest one right now. They came in at $25.5 billion in revenue. Of that, $6.3 billion was all profit. Wells Fargo was strong as well, just shy of $22 billion for the third quarter revenue. Citigroup was strong, $17 billion for third quarter as well. They credit their fixed income department for having the biggest gains. What does this all really mean for us? The economy's not as bad as we think, Scott. Right now, both J.P. Morgan as well as Wells Fargo is trading negative, but Citigroup is positive. Financials should improve while interest rates rise, so we'll have to keep our eyes on Janet Yellen and these big banks, Scott, but we have our eyes on them for sure.
All right, Jeff, thank you so much for the update.
Have a great weekend, Scott.
You too. Local fishermen and restaurants are getting ready for the start of stone crab season. Traps have been in the water for days in preparation for it this season. It kicks off tomorrow and lasts until mid-May. Enjoy. And if you're craving some barbecue, the Bradenton Rhythm and Ribs Fest will kick off tonight. Rib masters from all over will be competing for the title of Greatest Ribs in America. Other awards include Best Sauce in the Nation and starts tonight at 5 in the south parking lot of the DeSoto Square Mall. It's free admission before 7 o'clock. And then tomorrow night there will be a live performance from country music group Lone Star and then a fireworks show. General admission for that is $10. Time for lunch with ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher. She joins us today live from BurgerFi on Cattleman Road in Sarasota. Judy, how are you?
Scott, you're kind of my burger buddy. Your family and my family, we like to plan out our burger dining. Well, here's our next spot we're going to come. This is BurgerFi. I first tried a BurgerFi when it was out in Newport Beach, California, and I was really impressed. And dare I say, it's like a level up from an...
Okay, sorry, we're having a little problem with the audio from there. We'll get back to Judy in a little bit, and we'll be right back.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
I'm Bob Harrigan, ABC7. Join us Sunday, October 16th from 2 to 5 in Southside Village as 15 area fire stations compete for the title of Sarasota's Best Firehouse Chili. Proceeds benefit the Sarasota Firefighters Benevolent Fund.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
We're looking at an air temperature coming in again in the mid-80s, 85 degrees. I think we're at 86 yesterday at this hour, so it's about the same. Dew point, however, is a little bit lower today at 66, making it feel, I think, a little bit more comfortable. We have an east-northeast wind coming in at about 17, a slight little change to the east in our wind direction, but still rather breezy out there. And the reason for that, of course, is the wind field that's left over from Nicole, a hurricane out in the Atlantic, of course, that hit Bermuda yesterday, and a high-pressure ridge that's trying to build in across our region. And as that high builds in, our winds kind of surge a little bit this afternoon. 81 degrees in Wauchula, 82 in Arcadia, 81 in Myakka, Parrish and Bradenton the same at 81, 82 Lakewood Ranch. We've got 82 degrees in Northport. We've got 83 in Venice, 82 in Inglewood, and out at Longboat Key, 81 degrees. Across the state, we have these little high clouds and mid-level clouds that are moving on past. Again, not much difference in the whole scenario here. With our weather over the state of Florida. We have a strong easterly wind flow, which we have had for about 4 or 5 days now, and that picks up moisture off the Atlantic and slings it back in this direction. We did have a little shot of drier air move through yesterday, which lowered our dew points for today, and so that is helping, I guess, with the relative humidity feel of the afternoon air. I think that's going to change. We still have a trough of low pressure located to our north, which will be sinking southward, and that will bump up, I think, our humidity values and give us a little bit better opportunity for some showers around over the weekend, particularly on Sunday, I think. But for today, the shower chances are pretty small. We're getting a couple of showers building over the Atlantic coast and then moving onshore and just falling apart as they hit basically the spine of the state. Once they get to the center of the state, they lack the moisture to continue on. Very shallow showers, not producing much in the way of total rainfall amounts, but a few of them will probably make their way over at least into Hardee and DeSoto County a little bit later in the day and bring about a 10%, that's it, chance of a shower, brief shower, and no real heavy accumulations. Cloud cover will be building. Yeah, you can see a few of them now popping up in the last frame of radar there, last 5 minutes or so of radar, trying to make it closer to the spine. As far as any kind of thunderstorm activity, that's not in the cards for today, but back to the west, there is a better chance of seeing some thunderstorm activity from about Nashville down through the Arklatex and then into areas of Dallas, Houston, major airports there. Could have some airport delays because of random thunderstorm activity, not necessarily severe weather. I think by the time we get to Sunday, we'll have to think about a small chance of a thunderstorm or two somewhere in the state of Florida. Too early to tell if it would include our area yet. I think we're pretty marginal in that respect, but at least somewhere in the state of Florida, probably in the southern tip, there may be a thunderstorm or two. Here's our trough of low pressure. It's really kind of lost a lot of its oomph, but as it tries to sink south, it's going to basically wash away. Its main contribution to our weather, it's not going to be any cooler air, but a little bit of instability left, a little pocket of cooler air way up in the atmosphere that's going to help encourage the formation of a few more showers. The winds will still be out of the northeast. We'll still have above average temperatures. It'll still be kind of humid, even a little more humid on Sunday. But eventually also, I think at the surface, Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, we'll be able to filter in some slightly drier air once again. Northeast wind at about 15 knots, becoming surged at about 20 in the later in this afternoon. And over the week ahead, I think we're looking at some pretty nice weather over the weekend, despite that, 30% chance of showers. It's not going to be a rain out by any stretch of the imagination. And maybe, fingers crossed, next weekend, we'll have a front come through that'll really lower our temperatures and knock down our humidity. Scott?
All right, thank you, John. A recall is in effect for a popular line of strollers. Mama's and Papa's Armadillo flip strollers are being pulled. The strollers can unexpectedly tip and cause serious infant injuries. At least 10 reports of seats tipping back have been reported in the UK. So far, none here in the U.S. If you or someone you know has this stroller, contact the company for a free repair. In health news, a new CDC report is showing racial disparities between black and white breast cancer patients are receding. According to the report, between 2010 and 2014, death rates decreased by slightly more than 2% for black and white women younger than the age of 50. The study also showed African American women are diagnosed with breast cancer later, between the ages of 60 and 79. African American women continue to have the highest mortality rate from breast cancer. Doctors urge women to start getting mammograms starting at the age of 50, especially those with a history of breast cancer in their family. After nearly 17 hours of surgery, twin brothers born conjoined at the head may finally be able to live separate lives. Bronx twins Jaden and Anais McDonald have been successfully separated by a doctor. Together, the boys have had more than 20 medical professionals in the past 2 years. After 5 more hours of individual surgeries, Jaden is now in recovery, and Anais remained in surgery to reconstruct his skull. Dr. James Goodrich is the pioneer and leading expert in this very rare procedure. This is the 59th surgery of its kind since way back in 1952. Coming up next, our Friday treat. Marcia Pernucci is here with our Pet of the Week. And then later.
93 days in the county jail. You want to go for a year? Well, try it right now. One more word on you, it'll be a year of counting.
The circumstances that led to one judge to rip off his robe and jump at one of his defendants. The surveillance video behind the scuffle, next.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories, from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
Time now to meet our pet of the week. John joins us with the founder of Dante's Den and host of Animal Outtakes, Marsha Perducci, to introduce us to Roxy.
Roxy's an old girl.
Yeah, well, yes, but she still goes to the beauty shop. Notice the hair adornment.
Yeah, she's got a dresser here in the studio. Yes, she does. She's a sweetheart. Do we know how old she is?
Yes, she's a little bit of a senior citizen,
Like
John.
what?
Oh, around 13 years young.
Okay, so she's got a couple good years left in her. She would make a retiree, I think, an absolutely perfect pet.
If you're looking for a furry lap blanket, there's Roxy. She's lost a great number of her teeth, so you don't have to worry about that.
That's okay, honey. I got a dog that's about to do the same, so
and someday it may happen to us.
It might happen to us, too. Maybe sooner rather than later.
Yes.
It's okay, baby.
But she loves to take little walks as long as you walk slowly.
Yeah.
And she loves to ride in cars. She loves to look out of the window of cars. There is not 1 ounce of meanness in this dog.
No, I can
not
tell.
one.
She's a sweetheart.
Absolutely. And she still has some spunk. So, you know, we're not talking just lethargic here. She just is. She's just, look at that face. How could
And
you
you know
not
what?
love
You
that
can
face?
do no greater service, I think, and have no greater pet than an older pet because, frankly, sometimes they're a little harder to adopt. So if you take this dog into your home, you'll not only be doing a service to our canine community, but boy, would you be getting some good loving.
Well, you know, we have a tendency to look at the older dogs and say, oh, well, their life is done, and so let's just kind of throw them away.
Look at that face.
You have to admit,
look at that
she's
face.
housebroken. She will do anything that you want to do. She has a great appetite, and she's full of love. You don't have to train her. You don't have to worry about the potty training. Hey, this gets to be pretty good.
And if you have a quieter lifestyle, she's going to have a quieter lifestyle, too. She's not going to be one to run marathons either.
No. But, you know, she's brought to us by Bishop's today, and Bishop's is in great need of pet toys. So if you have any that are laying around the house or you want to just make a wonderful donation to them, they would be very well received. And she would like some too. She still has enough get up and go that she loves to have her toys.
Oh, she is a sweetie, no doubt about it. And I bet she'd be a great companion for anybody, but particularly, I think, if you're a retiree, this is the perfect pet for you. Give a call. 792-2863, and she'll be gorgeous in your home.
She's waiting for you.
Look at that face. That's a face to die for right there. Thanks, Marsha.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you
to you,
both.
Scott.
All right. And good luck to Roxy. A national championship is coming to Lakewood Ranch this weekend. The Premier Sports Campus is hosting the 2016 U.S. Australian Football League National Championships. It's a nonprofit, volunteer-based league that's trying to grow Australian football in the U.S. A coaching clinic led by 2 professional Australian players is taking place today. Tomorrow, a free kids clinic is planned from 1 to 2 p.m. Kids 4 and up can sign up, but registration is required. A special ceremony taking place tonight at Lemon Bay High School to kick off the Manta Rays game against Southeast. During tonight's pregame, the school will hold a rededication ceremony at Veterans Stadium. 5 new service flags will be unveiled, as well as a new 40-foot American flag. The American Legion and Lemon Bay High School Marching Band will also perform in a special pregame show. The rededication begins at 6:45. All veterans and active duty service members will be able to go to the game free of charge. And a reminder, you can check out all the scores and highlights from tonight's games on Football Friday night. ABC 7's Adam Cellini and Dwayne Lindo will show us what happened, including highlights from our game of the week, which this week is Braden River visiting the Venice Indians. Football Friday night begins at 11:15 tonight, right after our late newscast. Let's check back now with Judy Gallagher. She has burgers on the mind. She's joining us live today from BurgerFi on Cattleman Road in Sarasota. Judy.
Oh, Scott, you're going to love this place. I was here a couple weeks ago, and I was amazed at how good it tastes. And I want you to meet Landon Crabtree, who's the general manager, and the woman who has personality plus. It's really fun to be with you today.
Well, thank you, first of all, so much for coming. We love having you here. Also, thank you, Sarasota, for giving us a huge welcome. We felt so happy to be here. The outreach from the community has been amazing.
Well, people that have tried a BurgerFi before, I think, really understand it. I want you to tell our viewers about what sets you apart for some other burger joints.
Okay. Well, first of all, our biggest thing is we're all natural. We have no freezers in the building. We don't bring anything in frozen, no chemicals, no antibiotics, no steroids, nothing bad in any of our food. The fries we cut them, we wash them, and we throw them in the fryer. There's no in between, there's no mess, there's no fuss. Salt them and send them out to the customers.
And it really tastes that. It's so good. Now, you have a lot of different events. This is really cool because they have wine and beer and custards, and we're going to get to everything eventually, but I want you to tell us about what's happening next week because you have a beer dinner.
Okay, so one of my favorite things about this company, about being with BurgerFi, is that we get to reach out to the community in ways that other people don't. This Tuesday, actually, we're having a beer dinner with J-Dubs, a local brewery, which the guys there are awesome. It's for 2 hours, it's $15. You get 3 craft beers, you get a 3-course meal, and you get to keep a signature cup.
That is such a deal. And next weekend are some big charity events happening, bring out kids and things like that. Talk about the charities.
Yep. Next weekend, we're having 3 charity events. It's really important for us to be involved in the community and give back just like they give to us. We're going to have the Humane Society here, as well as Susan G. Coleman and the Suncoast Charities for Children, and we'll be giving back to them all weekend, so bring out your families.
I'll be bringing my grandnephews for sure. This is going to be really fun. If you can see behind me, I mean, the place is abuzz. Now, we're sitting outside because the weather is so beautiful, but inside is really cool, too, and you have a lot of TVs, so you're really sports-focused as well?
Yep, TVs always have to be on sports, except for today we have ABC Channel 7 on.
Good move. There, good move.
But yes, very, very sports centered. Very, like I said, that next weekend we're having live bands as well all weekend. So yeah, lots of fun, loud energy, high.
I love
good
it.
Times.
And lots of great all-natural beef burgers and a great veggie burger. Stay with me. We're going to tuck into some of this great food in our next segment and find out why I picked it.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.com EmployFlorida.com.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. The race for the White House getting uglier by the day. Donald Trump now threatening legal action against the New York Times and People magazine after both published detailed reports of his alleged unwanted advances on women. His wife Melania is also demanding a retraction from People magazine. At least two of his accusers are Hillary Clinton supporters, but did not report the alleged assaults at the time. First Lady Michelle Obama expressed her anger at Trump's comments about women in a passionate speech at a New Hampshire rally yesterday. Meantime, Clinton sat down with Ellen DeGeneres, agreeing with the First Lady, saying the GOP nominee has gone too far.
It's not just what Trump has said about women, as terrible as that has been. What he has said about immigrants and African Americans and Latinos and people with disabilities and POWs and our military and Muslims and everybody.
Trump promises to release evidence to prove his accusers are lying. The recent allegations hurting Trump in the polls. He's trailing Clinton in recent polls in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Well, a rough day in Bermuda yesterday as Hurricane Nicole rolled through the island. The storm bringing winds up to 125 miles an hour and very heavy rains. More than 16,000 people were still without power earlier today. Overall, though, damage on the island was at a minimum. Nicole was the second major hurricane in the Atlantic in the last 2 weeks. And the U.S. death toll from Hurricane Matthew continues to rise in North Carolina. 2 more deaths reported yesterday, bringing the total there now to 22. Flooding has washed out towns and put communities on alert. One of the hardest hit communities was Princeville, North Carolina. It's one of the country's oldest towns chartered by African Americans. It's also the same town that was flooded up to the rooftops after Hurricane Floyd in 1999. The governor is pledging to help that town and others rebuild.
The people being impacted by this flood the most are the poor. And when they're displaced, they have nothing. Our long-term goal is to get them out of the shelters.
Storm was also displaced about 72 dogs. Shelters are seeking volunteers to help with feeding, exercise, and cleaning. North Carolina, the hardest hit state by Hurricane Matthew because of all that flooding. Just devastating there. Eastern part of the state.
Yeah, it shows again, freshwater flooding is an oftentimes not looked at problem with
Yeah.
hurricanes, and it often takes more lives than anything
Right.
else. Allison in Point was one back in Texas where 22 inches of rain fell so quickly. So it's a multitude of threats, and you don't always have to look right at where the eye of the hurricane is going.
Yeah, exactly.
The impacts can be felt far beyond that. Luckily, we don't have anything to worry about this weekend.
Good.
Looks like the next at least 5 days anyway, and that's about all you can look into the future when it comes to hurricanes. Looks okay for us. Lakewood Ranch webcam put into motion this morning. Nice blue sky, beautiful full moon out there this morning. Now a few fair weather clouds beginning to build, thus far fair weather clouds. I think it's possible in Lakewood Ranch you could see a drop of drizzle or two. It's as likely as any place else along inland areas this afternoon, but the rain chance is small at about 10% or so. Okay, here's the latest from Mote Marine on the issues of red tide irritants in the air, and right now it looks like the northern parts of Manatee County are suffering the worst, with Lido Key, Siesta Key, and Venice Beach all coming in free and clear, at least from that observer at that particular moment. Things change very quickly when it comes to red tide, depending on which way the wind blows and the currents drift the red tide blue. We're looking at about a 10% chance of showers today with above normal temperatures once again. We'll talk all about that coming up in a few. Scott?
Okay, John, thank you. United Airlines had a bit of a backup this morning. A statement from the airline says there was an issue with its weight reporting system. That glitch resulted in delays and cancellations across the world. Some passengers took to social media complaining they were waiting as long as 6 hours to get on a flight. United Airlines says that problem has now been fixed and those delayed flights have resumed. Now to the latest fallout from those Samsung phones catching fire on planes. Some U.S. airlines are adding a new tool to protect passengers from overheating devices. Delta, Virgin America, and Alaska Airlines adding new fire suppression bags to their fleet. These bags can hold the hot phones, and even with an explosion, the fire doesn't escape the bag. They can withstand temperatures up to 3,200 degrees. Those bags are in response to reports of exploding Samsung Galaxy Note 7 phones. Production on those phones have been stopped, and the company is sending customers fire-safe packaging to ship them back. A courtroom showdown is caught on camera. It shows a Michigan judge ripping off his robe and leaping into action to help a court officer restrain the defendant. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the story.
A courtroom scuffle, cameras capturing the drama as an officer trying to subdue an unruly defendant gets some unexpected help from, of all people, the judge.
Put your hands behind your back. Case this right now.
The defendant in this Michigan courtroom accused of violating a personal protection order, putting up the fight after arguing with Judge John McBain.
You know what? I told you to leave her alone. And apparently that didn't get through loud and clear. So today, you're going to jail for 3 days.
You and her are buddy-buddy. Y'all get along. Y'all are
45 days county jail. Okay. 93 days in the county jail. You want to go for a year? Try it right now. One more word on you, it'll be a year of county. You're going to jail for a year in the county. 365 days county jail.
That's when the defendant gets up and Judge McBain takes off his robe and runs to help the court officer get the man under control. McBain, known for his tough words in the courtroom, including during sentencing in this 2014 murder case.
You stab, you stab, you stab. I hope you die in prison as well.
Says once again,
put your hands behind your back.
He has no regrets.
I would hope that almost any judge would say, you know, hey, if my court officer's in trouble, I'm going to go down there and do what I can.
And the county's chief circuit judge says McBain acted within reason, saying, quote, a judge has the power to do whatever is necessary to maintain order in the courtroom. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, New York.
Marcy, thank you. Let's check back now and see how lunch is going on with ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher. She's joining us live today from a terrific place called BurgerFi on University Park, or near University Parkway on Cattleman Road in North Sarasota. Judy?
That's right. I think this positioning is perfect because we're diagonal from DSW shoes, so my day is made. Landon, let's go into what's on the table because this is some great food, and please describe.
Okay, so the first thing we have here is our CEO. It's a Wagyu brisket blend, so it's that buttery, rich, intense marbling in the Wagyu. Has aged Swiss cheese, a candied tomato bacon jam that we make in-house every day, fresh, as well as a truffle garlic aioli, again, made in-house every day fresh. Our hand-breaded onion rings, we make our own seasoned flour, and we use a beer batter as well. So Everybody likes beer, everybody likes onion rings, kind of a perfect combination. This is one of our very, very important signature items. It's our BurgerFi cheeseburger. #1 seller. It has 2 patties, American cheese, lettuce, tomato, and BurgerFi sauce. As you can see, all of our buns are branded. I will tell you, I've branded myself once or twice. Not fun, but it means I'm committed.
Do not try this at home.
I'm committed to the cause. This is another very, very special item. It's the breakfast all day burger. Has maple syrup, hickory bacon, a fried egg, American cheese, a homemade hash brown that we make with our fries. Hash brown, ketchup, and grilled onions.
If you can't decide what you want to do about
Breakfast all
brunch,
day.
boom.
Perfect. This one right here is going to be the Conflicted. It's something that you're not going to find anywhere else. Has our homemade veggie patty, which has 14 ingredients. It takes 2 days to make. It also has wine in it. Again, more alcohol in your food, can't go wrong. 2 patties. The other one's going to be our Angus patty with American cheese, lettuce, tomato, and BurgerFi sauce.
I love the name, Conflicted. Now, this is great for people. You can get a burger on lettuce, but this is your specific brand.
Again, that's the veggie, 2-day process to make. It has quinoa, lentils, red wine, carrots, zucchinis, onions, 2 kinds of cheese. We cut the lettuce to look exactly like a bun, white cheddar cheese, BurgerFi sauce, and tomato.
My son is hooked. And last, but certainly not least, the fries.
Yep, so we cut them, we wash them, we throw them in the fryer. They're seasoned with just salt. Again, with the onion rings and this fry, it's called a cry-in fry. You get the best of both worlds. They are huge, so it's plenty for people to share. People will try to get one, one for each of them. They never finish it.
It is a lot. And besides that, they have some great shakes. And wait till you see the custard and some other things coming up next. I got to tell you, Landon, you're a lot of fun, and so are these burgers.
you.
We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
The celebration is heating up, and the prices just keep getting better during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or check out this stylish new Jeep Renegade starting at just $16,999. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Patriot for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Mild afternoon, 85 degrees the air temperature. We'll probably top it out today at 88, 89, something like that. Dew point value at 66, making it feel pretty comfortable. An above average temperature. A dew point that is still a little on the high side, but still comfortable. But still, I'd like to see that dew point in the 50s. That may be coming down the road a piece as we head into next weekend. Could be a very nice weekend next weekend, hopefully. Northeast wind, east-northeast actually, coming in at about 17, gusty at times, gusting over 20 already right now. We have a little bit of cloud cover trying to work its way into the picture. Actually, it already is working its way into the picture. Bank of clouds moving into Hillsborough County, extends into Manatee and interior sections of Sarasota County as well.
Not a lot of rainfall under these clouds yet, but as we head into the afternoon, I think a few of the showers that you see trying to move across the coastline and falling apart as they do so will actually make it into our area. There's a smattering of showers now in Highlands County, trying to make it into our area. We got about 10% chance that some of them will. Back to the west, there are some scattered showers moving through parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, the Arklatex, and back into Texas itself. Those showers are part of a frontal boundary that's going to try and work its way southward into the state of Florida, kind of falling apart as it does so. It may give us a little bump in our rain chance as we head into Sunday particularly, but it won't bring us any cooler weather. But back to the west. Big storm system here moving into parts of the Pacific Northwest, has moved into parts of the Pacific Northwest. Heavy rainfall here possible. In fact, inundating rains here possible. Big gusty winds, 90-mile-an-hour gust there yesterday because of the frontal boundary moving on shore. That's the cold front that may eventually, by next week, draw down some cooler air and lower our temperatures markedly, like the last front. Dropped our temperatures about 10 degrees. Maybe this next one will too, and lower our dew points as well. That won't come, though, till next week. And we'll, of course, be monitoring next week, let you know what the progression of it is. There's our frontal boundary, kind of stalled out, the tail end of it, helping to produce those showers we see now. High pressure trying to build in over the weekend. Takes this front and basically just tears it apart, but there's still enough instability in the upper atmosphere associated with this trough of low pressure that, yeah, we'll pick up a few more showers around, I think. Mostly sunny skies, warm afternoon, and an isolated shower. Those are really pretty much the characteristics of each day right straight through the weekend, except isolated showers may become a little bit more frequent showers as we head into Sunday. Probably just about double our rain chances by Sunday. Nicole, still a hurricane, 80-mile-an-hour winds, continues on a trek that takes it out into open waters of the Atlantic. Bermuda lost most of its power. It's getting it back. No lives lost. I think that is a testament to having really good hurricane building codes, as that island nation does. They survived it beautifully. The low pressure area moves out into the open waters of the Atlantic, dying out in the Labrador currents. No issues to anyone except shipping channels, which it is an issue to, I guess, the shipping channels. Northeast wind coming in at about 15 to 20 this afternoon into the evening hours, and then tonight kind of subsiding a little bit at about 10 to 15. Moderate chop anticipated. These are wind speeds that we've become familiar with over the last several days and probably will straight through the weekend. And then next week we dry out just a little bit, lower our humidities a tad, Monday and Tuesday, I think. And then Friday into Saturday. Let's go beyond the 7-day for a second. Saturday, Sunday, Monday of next week may be very nice indeed, with maybe some temperatures in the 70s. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. Scott?
Thank you, John. From the rodeo to the annual Chili Festival, all kinds of events happening this weekend around the Suncoast. ABC 7's Linda Carson has a rundown of what's happening in the Suncoast scene.
Put on your boots, your spurs, and your 10-gallon hat. The 3rd annual Fall All Florida Championship Rodeo is in Arcadia this weekend.
We have a lot of great events. Our rough stock events, bull riding, saddle bronc and bareback, roping and barrel racing also. We also have some fun stuff for the kids, the calf scramble, the mutton bustin'.
It's October 15th and 16th. Gates open at 11. The rodeo starts at 2. And The Whiz opens at the West Coast Black Theater on October 13th.
It is extremely entertaining, fun, light, and musical. Everybody knows the classic story of The Wizard of Oz, and it's the same story. It just takes on a very soulful twist.
So ease on down the road to the West Coast Black Theater Troupe, where The Whiz is playing through November 20th. And Selby Gardens Fall Music Series presents the PMP Alumni String Quartet. For the first time, 4 alumni from the Perlman Music Program Suncoast Winter Residency Program have come together and formed a quartet. And you can hear them perform Sunday at 1 o'clock at Selby Gardens.
It features works, a complete string quartet by Haydn, Haydn's Opus 74 No. 1, as well as the complete Dvorak American String Quartet, which is always a favorite. And then select movements from Mendelssohn's Opus 81. a Fibic quartet, and a late Mozart quartet.
Nobody makes better chili than Suncoast Firemen, and on Sunday we're going to find out which firehouse does it best. Teams from 15 firehouses will compete.
It's a family event. It is a free event, although we do charge $10 if you want to taste the chili. We have live entertainment. We have plenty of beer out there, soft drinks and non-alcoholic drinks for the kids. Of course, we have the firefighters, 15 booths. We actually take quite a bit of pride in how we set up and build our booths, because there's a booth competition.
That's on Sunday at Morton's Market from 2 to 5. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Linda, thank you. Also this weekend, the Hunsader Farms Pumpkin Festival returns to Manatee County. At least 75 craft booths will be set up, along with pony rides, a corn maze, petting zoo, and of course everything pumpkin, from games to pumpkin pie. It's every Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. leading up to Halloween. Admission is $10 and kids 5 and under are free. Sarasota Parks and Recreation teaming up with the Baltimore Orioles and the Sarasota Film Festival for its annual Halloween movie night spooktacular. There will be Halloween-themed games, candy, and prizes for kids, followed by a costume contest and parade that will be led by the Orioles mascot himself. A free screening of the animated film Hotel Transylvania will also be showing. The spooktacular takes place tomorrow at Ed Smith Stadium from 5 to 9 p.m. Water bottles, food, and lawn chairs are all welcome there. Admission is one non-perishable food item per person, which will benefit the All Face Food Bank. Everyone wins. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll check in one last time with Chef Judy Gallagher.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. It's Flashback Friday. We interview a former New York Times writer. Linda tries to didgeridoo and the best cheese pizza in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
And now it's time for dessert. Landon, tell me what you brought out, you naughty girl.
So we're very big on our custard, not ice cream, custard, which means it's thicker, it's creamier, it has less air, it's more of what you want in a dessert. First thing I have here, it's called the Oh My Chocolate. So it's chocolate custard, chocolate sprinkles, chocolate chips, chocolate brownies, and peanut butter.
Oh my.
Oh my chocolate, yes. We have 3 of the concretes that we make, and they're served upside down to all of our customers, packed in nice and tight. Good for while you're driving or on the road. This is going to be our sundae. It's swirl. It has chocolate syrup and sprinkles, perfect for kids, perfect for that little sweet snack.
And of course I have my root beer float, which I love. So come out to BurgerFi. I have to tell you guys, it's just really delicious. And you can go walk the mall to burn off the calories after. Landon, thanks for having us out today. And Scott, I'm gonna send it back to you and think of you as I'm having my burger and onion rings and root beer float.
Burgers and milkshakes, I can't wait to try them. All right, thank you so much, Judy. Expect at least 4 more movies set in the Harry Potter world. Author J.K. Rowling says the upcoming Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them will be the first of a 5-film franchise. The first film is out November 18th. The release date of the second has not been released yet, but they are, I guess, shooting it, getting ready to put that on film too. So,
and these are the Harry Potter stories?
Well, it's prior to the Harry Potter era, but it takes place also in the United States, whereas Harry Potter mostly took place in the UK.
Fascinating. I haven't read any of those. That'd
sort of
be
a
great.
prequel.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, can't wait.
Have a good day.
Ugly.
Big eyes.
Dweeb.
Things that should never be said.
Shut it down. We are all beautiful, strong,
Powerful. Choose to stand up against bullies.
Choose kindness.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve.